time to check on the worm bin. We have the cover on it to keep the moisture in. And last time we were here, we put a bunch of produce in here. And they really needed it, and I really want to see how they're doing. So let's take a look. You'll notice we have the cardboard on top, and that's to keep the moisture in and a lot of the bugs that we don't want in there out. Let's see what's underneath. Ooh. How exciting. So you'll see a lot of other little critters in here, like slugs and fruit flies. Do they harm the worm bin? No, they help break all that organic material down, and that's okay. They don't really bother with the worms. Frogs will eat worms. Sometimes you'll see frogs in worm bins. And if you look, they're doing really good. Look at that. And one thing you can notice on these, especially look on this one right here, you'll see that Band-Aid, and that Band-Aid's called a clitellum. And that means that there's an egg. Look at them, they all have them. And that means that they have an egg sac that they need to drop. And the egg sac kind of works as a ring, like a ring on a finger. It develops around the body, and then it rolls off and becomes a cocoon. And if you see the worms with clitellums, you know that it's a happy worm bin, because worms don't produce unless they're happy. If they're stressed out and they're worried about food and their environment, they don't reproduce eggs. So it's a good thing when you look and you see a worm and it's got a clitellum on it, that you know it's a happy worm. Now, is this a boy worm or a girl worm? They're actually both. They're boys and girls. So all of them can produce eggs. And you'll see those little lines. Let's see if I don't get too close. You'll see all the little lines. Those are all segments. And each worm has about 150 segments. And on each of those segments are little tiny hairs called sautes, and they help them scoot along through the soil. They don't move like snakes. They contract out and reach out, and then they eat, munch, and then they pull their body short and fat up again, and they eat their way through the soil. They're super composters, and they're super great for the soil. They have those air tunnels in the soil that help them move through, helps the plants grow. And the castings, which is the worm poop, they're really healthy and food for the plants. Now look at this guy, I didn't even notice. He's super cool. I bet you can't even see him. Look close. Look at that. He blends in with this husk. And it's a slug, and he's a big slug. Now, do we want slugs in our garden? No, we don't, because they'll eat all the leaves off of our plants. But there's a perfect place for everyone, and a compost pile is a perfect place for slugs, because they'll break down that organic material and turn it into that compost that we can use as food in our gardens. So snails and slugs, not so much in the garden, but for a compost pile, they work great. They work with all those other critters, those FBI, the fungus, the bacteria, and the invertebrates, to break down all of these food scraps and all of this paper to become nutrients for the soil once again. Well, it's looking great. We'll have to check back. I'm really happy. These worms look really happy. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Well, I had fun exploring the vermicomposting bin with you guys. And as an added little bonus, I wanted to share with you a video that I had made that is a worm cocoon hatching. So enjoy.